22 years of living life to the fullest, Eleanor had traveled the world several times and eaten bouillabaisse in every coastal village in France. She declared Jacques among the best. The blend of saffron, orange zest, and crushed fennel seeds balanced perfectly. "Even Venus would be proud," she said. "Venus who? Venus the goddess?" Kate Simpson lifted her head from scooping up the last tablespoon of soup from her bowl. Eleanor nodded, poking a loose pearl comb back into her poofy sweep of silvery hair. "It said Venus served bouillabaisse to her husband, Vulcan, to lull him to sleep while she consorted with Mars." She smiled up at Jacques. "Your soup has a rich history, mon ami." For an instant, the proud smile slipped from Jacques' face. His smooth pink brow pulled together in a grimace. "Are you all right?" Poe asked. Jacques gripped the back of Phoebe's empty chair and pushed a smile back into place. "I am excellent," he said, "just like my bouillabaisse." "So, tell us your secret," Poe said. "I am happy to share." The small chef leaned over slightly, as if keeping his words from the other diners. "My fish is flown in fresh on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and those are the only days you will see bouillabaisse on my menu. Never," he wagged his index fingers in the air, "never, ever a Tuesday or a Thursday. The fish need to jump from the packed ice right into my pot. My fennel is fresh, plucked from my own garden. And a touch of Pernod, mes amis. Just a touch." Kate took a hunk of French bread from the basket and wiped the bottom of the blue bowl. A tiny strand of saffron clung to the bread. She looked around the table, her eyebrows arched. "How many pounds do you think we've collectively gained since Jacques came into our lives?" "Horrible thought," Maggie Helmers groaned, pushing away her plate. "Jacques, you're killing us with this fancy French food." But the look of delight on the veterinarian's face indicated she wasn't about to stop any time soon. Jacques beamed. The French Quarter, his tiny French bistro, had filled the once-empty storefront on Elderberry Road for a scant 6 months, but it was lively and thriving, a favorite neighborhood spot, and the Crestwood Quilters occupied the round white-clothed table in the back corner far more often than they cared to admit. The small eatery with its tile floor, tightly packed tables, and old framed photographs of the French countryside on the walls had been woven into their lives effortlessly. And they were equally fond of the small round Frenchman who had become a friend. "We're really here on business. Justification for our decadence," Leah Sarandon said. She smiled up at Jacques. A professor at nearby Canterbury College, Leah was a dedicated member of the quilting group. "We're here to talk about the quilt we're making for you, sweet man. We picked Wednesday night because we thought the place would be empty, but look at it." She gestured to a packed room. "Nearly every table filled." The Frenchman stepped back and followed her look. A thick oak bar curved along the east wall. The bistro had become a gathering place for drinks after work, a cozy alternative to the downtown bars, and even in the middle of the week it was crowded, people squeezed between the tall stools, raising steins of beer and glasses of Jacques' French wines. Several tall tables near the bar were also filled. Noisy and slightly raucous, just the way Jacques liked it. He nodded to the mayor sitting at one of the small tables, and nearby, Max Elliott, his lawyer and friend, chatted with the president of Canterbury College over a plate of his special escargot. He was glad to see Max back in the restaurant. The last time he had come in for dinner, a young waiter, Randy Haynes, had dumped a plate of wild mushroom fricassee directly onto his lap. Jacques' wife, Laurel, had been standing directly behind Randy, and he suspected her presence had